Hello and welcome to another episode of Cuttin It, a podcast for barbers by barbers. Today we have Lee from London town. How are you, Lee?
Very good. How about yourself?
Good, thank you very much. How was your journey?
Yeah, it was a good. It was a good journey.
Yeah,
it was a very good journey. Actually, got in nice and quick. 3 hours, not too bad.
How have you always been? Are you a London boy?
I am born and bred, born in West London. Obviously moved away in the middle,
Yeah.
and I've just come back for the last 3 years, 4 years. I've been back in London to my home city.
So you haven't always barbered in London?
No, I've barbered all over the world, multiple different countries, different places in the UK. Yeah, quite a few places to be fair.
Where's the best place you ever cut hair?
Best place probably Australia.
Yeah.
I was there for about
You're supposed to say like Ghoul Barbers, something about Ghoul Barbers.
best country, Australia. Best company, Gold Barbers.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's all right, no worries. And I've been to some real entertaining places. Romania. I've been to Russia.
You cut hair in all of these places?
Yeah, I've cut hair in them places. Ireland.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been to a few places.
You've been around?
Yeah, just a few.
Yeah, nice. So, speaking about London, because it is different.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, obviously, I've cut all over the country, and it does surprise me how different places are.
Yeah.
What's the biggest difference between being a barber in London, in the city, and outside?
To be honest, the biggest difference is obviously London's always been known to be like a trendsetter kind of thing. And it's quite cutthroat, where you've kind of got to be good to compete against other barbers to get the clientele.
I think one of the things that just popped into my head about with London, a lot of people who come here to sunny Kings Lynn often say that it's almost a little bit behind. So going back to what you said about trendsetters, like the styles, almost the hairstyles and fashion and things like that, just take a little while to sort of filter down the train line.
To be honest, I love Kingston. I think it's a beautiful place. But the truth is, obviously, fashion in London is just on a different kind of scale, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't say ahead, I'd say out there.
Yeah.
So obviously the clientele we get in London, they would ask for haircuts where someone in Kings Lynn wouldn't ask for. And obviously you got to keep up to date with your skills to obviously cater for them customers. That's the only difference I would say about working in London. And obviously the competition is, it is big. There's a lot of barber shops opening there, good and bad. You just got to keep your skill set always on top to compete.
So what do you think? What's the current thing creeping in then? Is there a current style trend coming in with the hair on the hair side of things?
To be honest, for the last few years, there's obviously skin fades has been the big thing. Myself, I don't personally like skin fades. I'm more of a scissor kind of guy. I like my long hair, but I can see skin fades slowly drifting out because obviously people are going to the lower or taper skin fades, and they're starting to grow the hair on top. And it's only a matter of time where I think, scissor work is going to be the key to barbering, which I can't personally wait for because I've trained in my eyes properly in the barber industry. I've learnt the scissor work, I've learnt the clipper work, I've learnt it all. Where there's a lot of barbers on the street now where all they know is skin fades. That's all they know. So when long hair comes in, you're going to see a lot of barbershops close down and things like that because they can't compete.
I think it's funny because I think obviously in the job we always speak about the standard of barbering and stuff like that, and I think actually overall it's quite low, the standard.
Yeah, very low.
But the one thing with the skin fades, the youngsters, they're far better than I ever.
Yeah,
the skin fades. So it's nice to sort of get that. But like, yeah, I agree. I think when these styles come back, I think people are going to have to just retrain, and
yeah,
because it's a completely different skill. And I think, like I say, everything from from these academies and things like that, that because everybody wants a skin fade, that's all they're learning. They're and some of these youngsters are fantastic at doing this phase, but yeah, I think it is going to be a struggle for them.
Oh, massively. Look, when I got some youngsters come into the shop and say, I'd like to work, and then they get the job, their skin fades are literally, they look like they've been photoshopped. They're amazing. I've had to step up my game. I've had to kind of retrain myself to kind of like keep up with them.
Yeah.
But then obviously scissor work, they got to keep up with me. Skin fades, these youngsters are doing some amazing skin fades, but unfortunately, skin fades ain't going to be around forever. So if anything, I'm just worried about them than me.
Yeah.
Because I can adjust. I don't think they can.
Yeah, definitely. I think that having them years of experience, you've gone through the motions. Like the styles seem to sort of resurface a bit.
Yeah,
don't they?
100%.
think
It's literally
the guy I worked for, he told me that the guy who trained me, he told me that there's about every 25 years you'll see sort of like, I don't know if that is true, I haven't really done the maths, but you'll see like the styles come back in some form or another sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm starting to see, well, I've 20, 23, 22, 23 years in now, and I'm starting to see when I first started the styles then coming back now. So I would agree with you. I think it's, say, 20 years, the recycling bin recycles. Yeah, no, definitely.
I think some people, when the flat tops come back in, I think that's going to be
I can't wait because I love a flat top.
I didn't quite get it. I've done a few over my time, but I've missed that. Mine was the sort of mohawky sort of styles,
Oh, the V cuts. Yeah. I think flat tops, it's you either got it or you ain't. Like some people got taught, the big massive cone with the spirit level. Like I don't agree with it personally. I think you got to do it all freehand because no one's head's square, so the spirit level doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
But me personally, because of the way I was taught, I'm buzzing to get the flat tops back. I can't wait.
It'll be good.
Yeah, definitely.
So, London, going back to working in London, do you find there's any difference in the working week in terms of how busy days are compared to sort of like your normal out of city shops?
Obviously, I work in London Bridge. London Bridge is a very corporate place. It's full of offices. Not many people live there. They say only 5% of people that are walking past actually live in London Bridge. So Monday to Friday, extremely busy. Well, Monday to Thursday, because Friday they like to have their half day. But just outside London, the weekends can get busy. It's not like a regular barbershop where Friday, Saturday, Sundays you're busy.
Yeah.
London Bridge is more Monday to Thursday, very busy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, busy, but on a
So all these troubles we have with people not wanting to work weekends, they need to come and work in your shop. So
no, because they're lazy. No, because the weekends are still busy, but obviously the weekdays it can get extremely busy.
yeah. So the closer you're in, where all the hustle and bustle is at all.
Yeah, Canary Wharf, London Bridge, places like that. Yeah, it is a Monday to Friday, very busy. But literally, if you go 15, 20 minutes up the road to, say, West London, obviously you've got the tourism, Piccadilly, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you're going to be absolutely manic. But then during the week, you may be a bit quieter. A 10-minute journey can literally change the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing with London.
Yeah.
Yeah, massively.
Any other comparisons between sort of like your central London working environment to your outside?
It's your client service. I'm a true believer in client service is more important than your cutting skills. I think client service, when you're in London, your client service is a must, because it's very multicultural. It's politic wise, you can't mention politics. You can, you can't. It's very much like that. You've got to be careful what you say. You've got to be very, very like professional. You have to be, because you can upset people very easily. And if you upset one person, it's like people would speak about it, and it can affect your shop. So you've got to be very professional at all times.
I think that's something I'd like to see, the professionalism you get from your city shops, all the extra services and stuff like that. I think it'd be nice to see that filter into other areas a bit more. Something I'm keen to try and roll out in our shops to get that bit of extra service and stuff like that. I think that's I think it's important to do that because like it's not just about how you speak to a customer. You want to walk out there feeling fresh. You know, we've got some guys who are fantastic at that. You know, they give you all the hot towels, all the lotions and potions, and it just makes you feel incredible.
Yeah.
But that's just something that in London you have to sort of provide all the time, just because
Always, it's just it's a natural thing. You just have to always go beyond to make the customer happy.
Do you think so? Obviously, you know, you can tell us as you're in the city where things happen first. So, what do you think? What styles are going to come? What do you think's next on there?
So like I said, I think long hair is gonna, it is gonna come back. Um, to what style? I don't know. It may be the Liam Gallagher kind of thing. It may be, ZZ Tops. The big beards and long hair. No one knows. But what I am seeing is obviously, like we said before, the recycling bin. It
Yeah.
is going to be something that we've already done, and I think that's why it's important to obviously train in all aspects of barbering and hairdressing, to be ready for it.
I'd say one thing I find confusing is all the names and of all the styles that I
Yeah,
find hard to keep up with.
yeah. This low fade, taper fade, which is cool. Medium fade, high fade, cool. Burst fades, things like that. What's next? Roast dinner fade. It's very much, and the thing is, I can say a burst fade, and then he can go to another barber and say burst fade, but his burst fade would maybe totally different, which would give the customer a haircut that he didn't want. So I do think barbers should come together a bit more and make it a bit more simple. I think it's gone a bit too extreme, and obviously you got these, I call them sectioning queens, where they're just sectioning the hair where they don't need to and just making things. Yeah, the haircut looks like it's been done better. I do agree with that in the way they section things, but there is no point. You're making it too complicated.
Yeah, I think if you had a video of me cutting hair next to one of those, I think that nobody would watch it. It just looks so boring. I'm picking the hair up on scissor over comb and it just bish bash bosh and that's done. But I must admit, I do feel the same. I just think, why are we doing this? Why are we wasting time doing? No, it does look good for a video.
No, for a barber, time is money. And when you're seeing these people sectioning very, very, you've got a section small anyway but you're seeing some of these people, the way they section it is pointless. You're doing it when you can just pull the hair up and do it. And my job would be exactly the same as yours, And I think when you're sectioning too much, you're concentrating too much on the haircut and not your customer as well. If you do it like something simple, you can use the rest of your energy to have a conversation with your customer. Because I'm seeing a lot of that at the moment. A lot of youngsters concentrate on the haircuts, not saying a word to the customer.
Yeah,
That's the big thing.
100%. I mean, I think I've touched on it before, but one of my biggest issues was I worried too much about what I was doing rather than just engaging with the customers, and that's just not necessarily the most important part of the service.
No, definitely. I think customer service is the number one thing.
Okay, so what have we got coming up? What's the next step?
So the next thing, obviously, this weekend, we've got an event in Wembley Arena with Goulds. So what we're doing is it's a thing, EA Games, which is a Counter-Strike gaming thing. Thousands of people. We're actually going there for a Movember charity thing where we're going to raise money for Movember, which will be really, really good. And I'm really looking forward to that.
Exciting things.
Oh yeah, no, and there's a lot more in the pipeline, obviously, with Goulds. To be honest, it's a great company to work for. They do so much with the charities and they look after us, I suppose.
Wonderful. We'll end it there. Thank you very much. Cheers, Lee.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.